Hey guys, so this is the bag that we are going to be recreating. It's so beautiful, it's so cute. So if this is something you love to see, please stay tuned to the channel and let's go straight into the tutorial of the day. So guys, first things first is to cut out all your patterns and bring out all the accessories you need for this project. So guys, I've cut out all my patterns off camera, but I'm going to be going through them for you guys to see. So the measurement of this is 5 inches, 5 inches, sorry, by 6.5 inches, and this is the side of the bag. So I went ahead, I used something round to make a curve on both sides of the gussets to actually get something like this that you're seeing like this. All right, now this gusset is what is going to determine the overall body, the overall length of the body. So I measured it round and I got around 21 inches. So what I did is I measured out a fabric that is 21 inches in length by 10 inches in width. We are making a nano bag, so 10 inches, 9.5 inches up to 12 inches is actually good. Okay, now this is going to be the bottom placement. Now in order to get the measurement of the bottom placement, you are going to be getting the width, which is 10 inches, by the width of the side as well, which is 5 inches. So this fabric is 10 inches by 5 inches, and this is a handle for the strap, and I cut it out at 16 inches by 1.5 inches. I have two for that, and this is going to be the fabric that I'm going to be using to pipe the the side. These are my d-rings and the zipper and head and zipper head as well. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and start doing now is to start coupling our bag. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do now is to get the middle and make a notch. I'm going to notch both sides. Then I'm also going to notch the other fabric, the other leather that I'm going to be using as the placement, okay, so that when I place it on it, I'm notching it because I want it to be as center as possible. This is actually optional. You could actually skip this, but I am just putting it because because the bag that we are recreating has it. Okay, so you arrange it notch part to the notch part, then you go ahead and give it a straight stitch like this on both sides. Okay, so make sure you oil your leather so that it will not move around when you are stitching. So when you are done stitching, this is what it is going to look like. Okay, now the next thing you're going to go ahead and do now is to get the middle of the top side so that you start working on your handle. The handle is not a one handle, but it's a two handle in the sense that it has an extension where we are going to be putting our square rings. Okay, so from the middle I am just going to be going out by 1.5 inches. The reason why I'm going out by 1.5 inches is because the overall fabric is not much, so if you go out by 2 inches it will be too much. Then down I went down by 3 inches. Okay, you go up by, from the middle you go out by 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect the lines. Then from the top I'm going to be going down by 3 inches. All right, so I'm just going to be connecting the line. So this is just me trying to get the middle very well so that I'm not going to make any mistake while I'm fixing the handle, because if you make a mistake while fixing the handle, the bag is going to look bent. okay, and I don't want the bag to look bent. That's why I'm taking my time to actually do my measurement. Honestly, my students, physical class students, used to ask me why I like measuring a lot. These bags are actually handmade, and the answers I used to give them is that these bags are actually handmade, and if you don't, since you are not a machine, you eventually make mistake. But when you make your measurements, you are actually minimizing your mistake. Okay, when you make your measurements, you are actually minimizing your mistake. So it is very, very essential you make your measurement as a bag maker. As long as you are making anything handcrafted, it's very, very essential you make your measurement. Now, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do now is to cut out a fabric that is 1 inches in width. The reason why the fabric is 1 inches in width is because the square ring I'm using is a 1 inches in width square ring. So if you are using a half-inches square ring, make sure the fabric is half-inches. And if you are using a 3/4 inch square ring, make sure the fabric is 3/4 inch. So basically the measurement of your ring determine the measurement of the fabric. So the length is 3 inches. So the fabric is 1 inches by 3 inches. So this is what I am going to be doing. I'm just going to be folding in 1 inches like this. You see that it's not all the way to the end. Okay, I'm going to be folding in 1 inches like this. Then I'm going to stop stitch it. Now, the bag that we are actually recreating is not a doesn't have a square extension, it has a round extension. So I'm just going to be using my scissors to just give it a trim. Then I'm going to be using this one to trim off the remaining four, because we are using four to trim off the remaining three rather, because we need two on both sides, two on this side and two on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to be using this one that I did to trim out the other three pieces like this, so that they'll be equal, so that they will look the same, so that they will not look rough. Like I said, we are we make bags with hand, so we need everything to look the same, because machine now you can just put anyhow fabric, the machine will cut it out and do like that, but we make things with our hand. So now when you want to fix it, you fix it on that 3 inches line that you mark, and after the 1.5 inches. Okay, fix it on 3 inches line and after the 1.5 inches. So this is what it will look like when you are done stitching. Okay, this is what it should look like when you are done stitching on both sides. So now the next thing that is left is to now come and put our zipper. Okay, so you are going to be putting the zipper right side facing each other. You could actually put lining if you want to, but it is optional. So I did not put lining because the leather is a fine leather. I don't have to put lining. So when you put your zipper, you are going to put your runner. You could put two runner depending on you. Now this fabric that you're seeing is a 1 inches in wide fabric. The length is very long. I think it's up to 50 inches. So now what you're going to go ahead and do is, from the notch part of the bottom, you are going to be folding this fabric into two to achieve half inches. Then you are now going to top stitch it the way you see me going round like this. Okay, you're going to top stitch, then you do the same thing for the second side. So you are just piping the side of the bag. That's what you are doing. You are piping it. So when you are done piping the bag, the next thing you're going to go ahead and do now is to turn your bag inside out. Okay, you turn your bag inside out and you turn it to the wrong side. Rather, you turn it to the right side to see if it's correct, then you turn it back to the wrong side, then you make a notch on the side, on both the top and the bottom. Then you also make a notch on the body, then you go and fix the two sides to it. So it is actually not hard. It is it's a very, very simple bag. If you know how to make travel bag, you could actually make this bag without stress. Now mind you, when you want to fix the side, make sure your zipper is open so that it will not stress you out when you want to turn the bag back to the right side. So if you are a returning subscriber, thank you guys for always coming back to the channel. I love you and God bless you. And if you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, you are highly welcome. In this channel, I teach bag making tutorials, beginner friendly tutorials from padded works, Ankara works, tote bags, luxury bags, fashion bags, office bags, laptop bags. As long as it's bag, this is channel for you. And if you're a bag lover just like me, or you are a fashion lover just like me, then join this community by clicking on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post in new tutorials. Because on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials on the channel, and we have many more amazing tutorials to come that I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss out. So now for the fabric for the handle, I went ahead and went in by 2 inches on both sides. Then I am now going to be start stitching it, because the fabric is 1 inches and I'm using a two-faced leather. So I went ahead and stitched it from that 2 inches that I measured to the other 2 inches. Okay, so when you fix it, this is what it's going to look like. The fabric is 1.5 inches in width. Okay, so now you will notice that it is bigger than the squaring, because the squaring is 1 inches in wide. Now that is why I am just making a slight curve. Okay, see how I am doing it. I folded it, making sure it is in the middle. Then I now trim the bottom part that is going to be at the middle. Okay, then when I am done, I'm just going to be using my super glue to hold it in place before I go to my sewing machine and stitch it. Okay, so what I do for one is what I'm going to go ahead and do for the second side. I folded it nicely, then I just give it a slight trim, just it just like a pinch, so that it will enter without folding. Okay, that is how I did it. Then I just fix it in, and then I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the second side. So when I am done, that is basically everything about this nano bag. I hope it is well detailed, and I hope you understand how to actually go about the handle. So I moved it closer so that you will see how it looks like. And when I was done, this is what it actually looks like. It came out nice. You can actually use 2 colors for these, but I decided to use a pattern black and a plain black. So if you learned 1 or 2 from this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. It actually means a lot to me, and it helps tells the algorithm that we're doing something nice here, and it will push this channel to other people who are in need of a channel like this. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in my next tutorial.